ladies and gentlemen, we are out here for one reason and one reason only. So apparently, here lately in TCF, a certain tag team caught our attention, and that tag team know who they are. The newly found number one contenders, the Soul Survivors. And apparently they walking around claiming that they go be the team to drop the Legion. I just want to ask, Troy, you think do you stand behind their statement about them dropping us?
Do I believe their statement? Of course not, because one, they don't know the fundamentals of a tag team. When I watched that match, I just kept shaking my head. I'm like, what are they doing? You know, I'm sitting here in the back with you watching it. I'm like, okay, these guys think that they can handle us when they play like this. And then two, this is the biggest factor in every tag team. They have zero communication skills. If you see me and Tank, we have each other's back in every single match. We have trust, and we know what each other can do. You don't see me calling Tank an idiot or a dumbass when he can't break up a pin. You don't see any of that. So to answer your question, it's a definite no.
See, communication is the number one thing in a tag team. People don't believe that, but it's not about the physical ability. It's not about the mental ability. It's about communication. You got to trust your partner 100% in a tag match. And that's one thing they lack of. They don't understand it, but they lacked it. So we watched a tag team match. And during that whole match, my man Twister and Colin were just going at it. I thought it was a 2 versus 1 for a minute. Because it was like, yeah. And now I'm not going to drop Colin. He a tremendous competitor. This man stepped up. His kick-out games was A1. He got a future, but this man Twister, you know, Twister the Tank, this isn't over. That kind of Twister. I don't see him becoming a champ anytime soon. And him talking about that I cost him Elimination Chamber. Let me clear this up. It was me versus you one-on-one. And then I had you beat, but your tag team partner Joshy saved you. So you had to get dropped. That's the rules in Elimination Chamber. If you team up, you're going to get teamed. So to answer your question, I didn't cost you. You cost yourself. Now back to the situation. Do we believe y'all finna drop us? Absolutely not. It's been so many teams that said that Mafia, they got a fluke win. I ain't gonna doubt that about that. Yeah. They slid through that crack. What else?
Exactly.
The Outsiders.
We have Miracle Hunters, the Outsiders. Give us the tag title match. Give us the tag title match. And what happened? They fell up short. They
like
had
always.
Hits and J Minor. They got beaten 3 minutes in a ladder match. 3 minutes? That's a record broken right there. Who else we have? We had Bruno and Jackie, a team that we ended.
That's what I'm saying.
We ended. I don't know what they said, oh, well, we can get the job done. Of course you can't. We are the Legion. We're literally the strongest and the most unified team in today's TCF.
And people can't take this away from us. We did the most, the most upset win at Elimination Chamber. We defeated the Mafia and the XP Hunters.
Exactly. And before anyone says anything, it was Legion versus two teams. It was literally, it wasn't your typical 2v2v2. They wanted to eliminate us. They wanted us to get us out of the title picture finally. But me and Tank, we did what we did best. We trusted each other and we survived. Now, I'll be honest. I'm not going to say I knew we were going to win, because towards the end it was a 3-on-2 and we were getting the life beat out of us. But through all that, we just found the light, and we ran with it. And if you look at us now, we're still the tag team champions.
Yeah. And before Colin break out his promo talking about, you know how he be like, Legion, you're not going to battle with us. That's a fucking war. Let me tell you something. I'm finna be 100% with you. You can say everything, war, battle, freaking blood fight, I don't care. Whatever you call it. Just know that we one step ahead of the game. no matter what y'all do, we one step ahead. Y'all not walking out of Survivor Series tag team champ. I don't care what nobody have to say. The
And I
only
don't care if you're
time,
called the Soul Survivors.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, and I don't care if you're the Soul Survivors. I don't care who you are. When you guys do tag matches, you don't use this. This thing up here, you see that? Your head. You don't use your head. You just literally play, and you just do whatever. You can't just go into a tag match clueless and mindless. You have to know your opponents. You have to know yourselves first off, and you have to make smart decisions. So anyway,
Yeah.
continue that, Tay.
Yeah, and that's another thing. You gotta believe in yourself. And we not saying this just because y'all rookies or nothing. We trying to teach y'all. Look, we at the top of TCF. Y'all should want to listen to what we have to say. And if y'all don't have to take it to heart. But it is what it is. You want to be successful, you gotta have mentors, and that's what we trying to do. But if you try to cut around corners and cut around our backs, talking about Legion out this, Legion out that, then y'all gotta see that bad side, and y'all gonna have to get dropped.
Because when me and Tank first formed, I'll be honest, I didn't know who Tank was. I didn't know him on a personal level, but I had to trust him. And now we had our losses, we had our upsetting losses, but each loss built us. Now see, this is the issue with tag teams today in TCF. You guys will lose one match and you just call it a day. How do you want to win the tag titles if you can't lose? You think me and Tank won every single match, whether it's singles or tag? We've lost so many matches in our career, but look what it's done to us now. We're standing on the top, both singles and in the tag division. You can't just sit there and be, oh, well, I'm going to win every match in my career. When I lose, it's over. It's not like that. You lose and you win another day.
Yeah, and that's another thing I wanted to point out. People, alright, if you lose one tag team match, don't rant and don't rage and say, well, I'm done with tag teams for a minute. I want to focus on my singles career. What was the point of doing a tag team match in the first place if you know that you go rage and disband your tag team? I don't understand that. Y'all cannot do that. If you lose, yeah, you lose. Everybody lose. But don't just brush the tag team off. Just rebuild yourself. That's all you got to do. If you lose, rebuild yourself.
Yeah, and like Tank was saying, just rebuild yourself. Because I'll be honest with you. Now, me and Tank, we've held the tag titles multiple times. And you know what that means? We've lost multiple times. Now, I'll be honest, obviously we were both really mad both at ourselves and at the match that we lost. But what did we do? We corrected our mistakes. And now we won the titles yet again. Yeah. And this time, we're going to try to beat the longest reign. Now, what else do you have to say, Tank?
Yeah, and you know why we're going to beat that reign? Because we got that championship mentality. See, you might not remember, well, yeah, you should remember this. The first tag team match we did was against the Mafia in Hell in a Cell. Did we know each other at any point?
Of course not.
Did we know how each other play at any point?
Of course not. If you want to be honest, if anything, we were more hateful to each other. Because if you look way back, it was me and Gear against you and Bruno. And right after that, we just got thrown together. So if you think about it, we were like the worst of enemies in our first match, which is ironic.
Exactly. See, we was enemies. And then we tagged it, and we went in that match. We didn't know each other. We didn't know how we was going to play. But once that bell rung, both of our championships DNA clicked. And we did what we had to do what? Become champs. That's all you got to do.
Mm-hmm. Now, like we just said, you can hate somebody, you can like somebody, you could literally, despise somebody, but you never know once you get in that ring together. You don't know what could happen. I'll be honest with you, I had no one else to pick, and Tank was on. I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, I don't really like Tank, so I don't know what's going to happen. But, he was my pick. And do I regret that choice? Not at all, because look at us now. We're close as can be, and no one's taking us down.
Now that's exactly, he hit it right on the point. So this is what we're saying to the Soul Survivors. Come Survivor Series, after you guys get jobbed, don't take the loss and disband. We're not going to win just to show you guys up or just to show that, we the top two. We go win and we trying to improve you guys. So once y'all take a L, don't please. I hate seeing this. Once y'all take an L, please don't go, well, I'm focused on my singles career. If you focus on your singles career, what's going to happen then? What if you get dropped in singles? What you going to do, leave TCF? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Just work on yourself. Rebuild the team. Rebuild yourself. And one day, y'all can be standing right where we at.
That's what I'm saying. One day you could be who we are, but to get where we are, you have to have dedication and hard work. You can't just expect things to come to you. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm a 7-time world champion right now. Did I ever think I was going to get here? Of course not. Well, I wanted to, but the track I was on when I first started, I was losing match after match after match after match. And I'm thinking to myself, how am I ever going to win a world title if I don't win? And you know what I did? I learned from my mistakes, and I watched matches, and I've learned tactics, and now I'm standing here. And the same thing with Tank. He wasn't the most perfect person in the world, I assume.
Exactly.
And look at him now.
Exactly. And people be like, well, before people start saying stuff, well, Tank don't have that many title reigns. Let me tell you something. Every title reign I had came above or close to the longest reign. You can believe that. So before y'all think, well, Tank's not 7 times, Tank's not 10 times. What are you talking about? Look how many days I've held every title. Close to almost the longest reign. And that's what I plan on doing. I'm not planning on getting dropped, or I'm not planning on, let me lose this title and let me win it back just to build up my title. That's not me. I want to become the longest. I want to become the best. That's all I care about.
Yeah, and like he was just saying, now I'll be honest with you. I have the same exact mindset. But the thing with me is, sometimes I don't get the job done. And it makes me mad, but, just like Tank, in my career, I've held titles for such a long time. 60 days, 70, 80, stuff like that. And my biggest one, 105 days, the one that I held closest. And I'll be honest with you, in that title reign, was it easy? Of course not. I went against people like Gam, people like Alex. I went triple threat matches. It was hell. But, you gotta persevere over your struggles. And you gotta learn from your mistakes. You can't just quit when the going gets tough.
You gotta push yourself. Just like, I'm gonna let everybody know this. Me and Troy Anderson, we got this little personal competition going on. I'm trying to beat his reign. He trying to beat my reign. And if you have that mindset on trying to achieve that, of course you gonna go in matches being like, yeah, I'm finna dominate. I'm finna do all this, and you can back it up because you got the mindset. You don't be like, oh, I'm facing Tank. Let me think of something. Let me think of this strategy. Let me try to do something to ease my way into this win. You can't do that. You gotta believe yourself going into every match that you go win, and most likely you'll come out on top in those matches.
Yeah, definitely. That's the thing I hate the most when I see new people. They say, oh, well, I'm going against this guy. I'm going against that guy. I'm going to job. If you're going to job if you think like that. I'll be honest with you. At WrestleMania, when Burrow beat me, I was like, okay, well, now I'm just going to start jobbing in every match. And what did I do? I lost to people like Pac, Gam, no offense to them at all. But, I lost to people like that I normally could have done way better. And then I said, enough is enough. This isn't me. And now I go into every match saying I'm going to win. Because if I go into a match like that, what happens? I win. I win title matches. I beat title reigns. You have to have that positive mindset. Even if you're doing terrible, just say to yourself, I'm going to win. And you could be on top of TCF, or you can be on top of the tag division, or the mid-card division.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, Soul Survivors, this is our message to you guys. We want you guys to have that mindset, have that championship mentality. Go into the match saying, oh, these ain't nothing but just 2 other opponents. We finna take them out. But just know that if y'all have that mentality, we gonna have the same exact mentality. And if all 4 of us have that mentality, we're gonna have more than a 5-star match. We probably it probably be a main event caliber match. But just saying this, it's not gonna be easy. Trust me. It's never easy to defeat us. It's not. You can ask every tag team. It's never easy to defeat us. And if y'all defeat us, congrats. That's all we're going to say is congratulations. We ain't going to disband. We ain't going to rage. We just going to say congratulations. Exactly. But when the rematch comes,
give you guys a benefit.
When that rematch comes, that's when y'all going to see a different side. Cause if you think of, am I right, Trans? If you think about it, we don't belong at TCF if we don't hold gold. Ain't that right?
That's definitely right. You said it perfect. That's how I feel. If I don't have a title, what am I doing
Yeah.
here? When have you guys seen me or Tank without a title? Because we're always hungry for more.
It's
We're not gonna
it's
be.
weird
We're
without
not
us
gonna
having a
sit like
title.
back. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like when I lost both titles, we lost the tag titles, and I lost my TCF title. I'm sitting here, I'm like, what the heck? Like, what do I do? It's just weird, because we're so used to being on top because of our hard work and because of our positive mindset. And it's just how we roll. We're not going to sit there and be, oh, well, we're going to settle for the back of the line, or I'm just going to wait for a title opportunity. No, we don't wait for opportunities. We take them. We march up, okay, I want this. And we prove why we deserve it. So,
That's
just,
exactly.
yeah.
But then, see, he hit it right on the head. But if we lose the opportunity, just know that in the line, we not too far behind. We're going to work ourselves back up. Because, let me tell you something. The last time I didn't have a title was, I believe, the Royal Rumble. In a triple threat between Alex and Pac. Once I lost that match, I was literally thinking to myself, this may be my end. I know WrestleMania coming, but this may be the end. But then, I got traded to Rivals for a fresh start. Got myself in the Elimination Chamber, and look what I did. You just can't give up on yourself. You just got to keep pushing. That's all we saying.
Exactly, and literally, Tank and I had the same routes with Royal Rumble. I put on literally the best match in my career that I've ever done. Shout out to Gam for that match. It was Royal Rumble. I don't know I just can't speak about it. It was just the best match that I've ever done. We literally brought each other to the limit. And then I came up short, and I'm thinking to myself, is this really how I'm going to close off my 2K17? Like, am I ever going to see that main event spot again? But then I said, no, I have to. And just like Tank, we both swapped brands, and we got put in that Elimination Chamber, and that championship DNA, like he said earlier, it just clicked. And that's why we're standing here.
So come SummerSlam, come Survivor Series. Don't just tell us that y'all gonna win. Just show us.